Hi, and welcome to this video where I'll try to give my prediction and answer the question, what will happen to knowledge work in the next 5 years? And I think this question really comes down to there are these two big voices in the AI space right now. One is AI will replace all jobs in 3 years, and then the other side which says I've tried ChatGPT once, didn't work for my use case, and it hallucinated. I'm never going to use it again. So I think the truth is somewhere in the middle, and I've tried to give my reasons why. First, I like to show what are the cutting edge knowledge work tools right now for different use cases. First, we have for coding and software engineering, which is, I would say, the branch of work which is the most up there right now and most cutting edge. So Claude Code basically just read your code base and then can work in it very intuitively, can do external tool calls, can go on the web, can search document bases, can automate a lot of software engineering work. And on that, Claude also made Cowork, which is kind of the same deal, but it deals with normal work and doesn't have the terminal interface. So it can read documents, it can edit your calendar, it can send mails, so it can email, so it can take control of normal work. Then we have a project such as OpenClaw, which is an always on, always listening agentic platform or a project which you can host anywhere, which you can chat from any interface. You can make it schedule tasks. You can make it act on your behalf. You can say, oh, if this and this company emails me, you can just answer, and it can get back to you. It can escalate tasks so that only the most important tasks go to you, and it always runs in your background. And then we have a project such as Open Banana, such as Paper Banana, which is an agentic multi-agent based upon Google's Nano Banana Pro, which helps create really well polished scientific charts and diagrams, just to show how well an agent specialized it down one narrow vertical can get, and it creates extremely well thought out diagrams in a visually coherent style. Then we have from a small Danish startup, we have Wilmo AI, which fully automizes e-commerce ticketing and e-commerce customer support, answers ticketing, resolute, goes into the product management backend, and just really does everything within the e-commerce support space. So to answer the question, first of all, how far is the adoption right now with AI tools? I tried to find a framework which I can use to say okay, software engineering is at level X, and then rest of work is at level Y, and we try to extrapolate from there. But I didn't find a framework which I thought really worked well enough. So I took some ideas from different frameworks and kind of made my own. I think answers the question way better. So one of the original automation description frameworks is this one from 1978, and many of the newer frameworks are built upon this. So it goes from level 1 to level 10, and this is just some example where level 1 is computer offers no help, 5 computer executes if human approves, and at level 10 computer does everything, ignores human. And I kind of have the same levels in mind, but I don't need all this granularity. Then we have the self-driving car example, with which I also really like, but it's too specialized upon self-driving cars. Then we have DeepMind made this this also really nice tool with no AI, AI as a tool, AI as a consultant, as a collaborator, as an expert, as an agent. But I don't know if it really fits the how much work does the agent actually do, kind of thing. So I ended up making my kind of own framework, which goes from also level 0 to level 5, but it focuses way more on how much the human actually does. At level 0, we have the no AI. At level 1, we have chat and paste. At level 2, embedded co-pilots. We have level 3, we have agentic delegations. At level 4, we have AI orchestrated, so AI first, and then the human monitors what the AI does. And at level 5, we have like full autonomy, no human needed to complete work. And I will go into depth with these now. So the no AI, this was like the pre-GPT era. Example, you need a Q3 summary. You open up the spreadsheets, pull up the numbers yourself, write the email from scratch, format it, proofread it, send it. So this is like the base level, you would say. At chat and paste, if you had the numbers, you could paste them into ChatGPT, and then you can say summarize key trends, and then use that, put it into email, or make it draft the email for you. At level 2, we have the embedded co-pilots. AI is in the tools. You start typing in Outlook. You can autocomplete some sentences. In Excel, you can say, "Oh, make this and this formula, or pivot the table in this way," and then it does that for you. Agentic delegation, you can say draft Q3 the Q3 report and email it to the board. So the agent can go into the database, pull out the numbers, do the calculations, and put it up visually nice, and then send out the reports via its own emailing services. So it has access to many of the contact points, which the embedded copilots doesn't. When we come to AI orchestrated work, we go more of like the AI itself, when the data is ready, automatically analyzes the data, creates summary, gives recommendations on what to do to the human, and the human can be like, "Oh yeah, do recommendation 2 and 3," and that it automatically goes and does that. An AI can also negotiate prices and terms with vendors, and then only get the final confirmation from you. At the full autonomy level, we have an AI agent like running an entire company, AI agent handling sales, operations, finance, legal, and customer support, and it does everything, all decisions, everything is automatic. One thing is like the efficiency aspect of this, but if we come to this level, then like having a CEO agent who knows everything and is totally omnipotent, aware about all the data within a company would allow for taking all the best decision all the time. So one of the benchmarks I really like to look on when it comes to like how good is AI at real work today, it is the GDPval benchmark, especially like the version that artificial analysis puts out. You can see here how far we've come in just a year, since August 24 with GPT-4o, which scored a 456 on this benchmark, to this summer where we had the GPT-5 and the Claude 4 models release. Right now we have the Claude Opus 4.6 as the top model. We have when this benchmark came out, we have the detailed report saying that the speed gain and the cost savings were 1.3 times and 1.6 times with GDP5. And if we extrapolate those numbers, then we get that right now Opus 4.6 has a higher win rate on this benchmark than humans does, and is way faster and therefore also way cheaper. So where are we right now? This is a hard question based on the fact that I made my own framework, but Microsoft had the Work Trend Index in 2025, late 2025, and here they say that like most office work is still at the chat and paste stage, but we see like as I said earlier, a way higher adoption with software engineering, where most people are at the embedded co-pilots with using GitHub co-pilots and autocompletes and cursor and these kinds of workflows, where only still quite a few people, but only 15% are actually at the heavy multi-agent workflows, where an agent can talk to many systems at once, and still even fewer are at the full AI orchestrated point. So what are the blockers for the continuous adoption and improvement of this? One is like if the intelligence curve flattens, if our accuracy on these really hard multi-step workflows can't get any lower, then like the really long running task will be very hard, and long running task is like is what is holding us, one of the things that is holding us back right now. The other is the integration mode. If software engineering, the integration mode was very easy because many tools could be accessed through APIs or via bash commands or API or through the IDE directly. So all of the tools that a software engineer would need could easily be accessed by AI. But normal office work requires many different systems. It requires access to Microsoft products. Each company probably has their own CMS and other like kind of other specialized data work systems. So if all these companies don't want to just put their data out there for agents to use and want people to use their own modes or use their own agents within their modes, then this like fully integrated system with agents is going to have a really hard time taking off. And then the compliance wall, especially in Europe, I see there's might be a big chance that we will get many of the larger corporations will be stuck in the lower phases, mostly just due to compliance, even if the technology keeps taking off. Because answering like the question, the AI did it. If the AI did it and made a huge error, who's going to take the blame on that? Many governmental and like high security tasks will have a hard time being adopted by AI, not because they will be that they will be made better by humans or have a higher fail rate than humans, but because we can't make these or we'll have a hard time putting the decisions on these on AI. I also here are my estimations, both on the slow path and on the fast path. Here on the slow path, right now we are still most people are on the chat and paste level, not meaning that many like really cutting edge people are way beyond that, even on normal work. But I think if the intelligence curves flatten, many of these tools will have a hard time like getting really good and good enough to do like agentic work within the co-pilot era. And even and we'll have a hard time, and first in like the 2030s we'll be able to fully integrate within like different tools because of the walled garden problem I defined earlier. And the fully orchestrated workflows will be very hard, could be very hard, and have due to the compliance wall, because the liability, we won't know like who's liable, and we don't want, or we choose not to let AI do much of this work. And this full autonomy will probably not gain like the wide adoption in this timeline, because like the trust deficit is just too large. But on the fast path, on the other hand, then we will already next year, most people will use the integrated AI tools in normal work tools, in Copilot in all the Microsoft products, and Copilots in many of like the CMS systems, because AI, if the AI model just continues to get better and better and cheaper, then it will be very easy for these companies to integrate these systems. And here already in 2028, we'll hit the critical mass adoption for like the agentic tools, where co-work like products can access many different tools because of open standards such as MCP, and complete work across all of these tools. And here already in 2 years later, in 2030, we'll hit the orchestrated level, where automated agents will take over as the compliance will fall, mostly I think because of FOMO, when many companies realize just how big gains there are, and we can quintuple the amount of work output of single humans if they manage whole agent teams. And I think we won't care much about these compliance if it's eat or be eaten world. And then I think if we hold on this extremely bullish curve, I think we'll have full automated like companies in 2032. I think companies such as Elon Musk, Microhard, can like fully produce a workflow which automates company creation and like value, fully generates value chains, outcompeting human-led organizations. So I think the truth is somewhere between the slow path here and the fast path here. But as of now, I don't think we have seen any signs of slowdown at all. And it wouldn't surprise me much if some of these adoption numbers come true. I know this is like a video with many hot takes, so I would like to hear some of your hot takes on this topic too, as I think there are many opinions, especially on like the AGI timeline.